I wanted to take a minute and talk about workspaces while you're traveling full-time on the road. While we've been stopped here in this rental, I kind of made this little nook my workspace. They had a built-in desk. So yeah, I put my printer, scanner, and the computer. It's funny, with kids, I've tried so hard to get rid of the printer and scanner, and I just can't do it. There's always a paper needed somewhere that I need to scan. You know, who has a fax nowadays, right? So you have to scan it in order to fax it and that kind of thing. Anyway, I haven't been able to get rid of my printer and scanner. Which brings up, how am I going to put this office into the trailer? This has served me really well. This is where I make these fabulous movies. I grab a cup of coffee in the morning, and that's kind of how I start my day. I use Premiere Pro, which is an Adobe product to make movies, and that's kind of how I do them. It's been fun, but I think I'm gonna like my new office in the trailer better. Ta-da! So this is my new workspace in the trailer. It's a little corner desk that my brother helped me make, as you've seen before, angled nicely. Has a little mouse area. So up here, I've already got installed power, and I've already got installed DC, because I've set it up so that everything, including the computer and all the peripherals, run on DC. I'm going to install a board today so that it can take, so that I can store extra lenses and all that kind of stuff up there. And I think that's going to work really, really well. I finished the place that I'm going to put the printer and the scanner that I can't get rid of. And that is under the bed. In another world, this would be humorous to say the least, but I think with a little ingenuity, you can turn the bottom of one of these RV beds into a hamper like we have. And I just installed power this morning. There's the outlet that I just installed right over there. And I'm going to put the printer and scanner side by side right here, so that when I ever need them, everything's going to be hooked up. I'll probably put a little outlet over here that I can run a USB cable into a hub that I'll wire all this up my way, but basically I'm going to be able to do this all with just one little USB cable hookup into down here. And then I'm going to make a shelf for the printer and scanner, so that way I can use underneath the shelf for other things. Over here is where I've already told you guys that we're going to put the laundry, with a little laundry chute over here. So yeah, the bottom of this bed is going to be very, very useful. In the Class C, we really had no workspace. I tried to work in the passenger seat, but it is just too uncomfortable. In the Class A, it was a huge office with a pull-out desk and everything right in the passenger seat, and that's just a phenomenal workspace up there. And I had all kinds of electronics up there, and it really worked well for me. But I'm stoked. I think this is going to be really, really something. There's 3 tables in this little trailer. I am so happy with that. And this corner right here is just my own. Did you guys just get something hooked up?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Where'd you get hooked up?
Okay, here's what you hooked up by. This is what you hooked up.
Oh my. That's terrible lighting. Well, can't see much in that darkness. Let's see you, Emma.
Oh, mine is cool. I got a little light right here.
I see that.
And this, it can turn still.
Gentle, gentle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty nice, huh?
That is pretty nice.
And here's the thing. I leave a couple of my dresses. You can tell it's pretty empty right here. So let me show you where I put it. Over here.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we are in Jacksonville, getting the topper put on the truck and visiting Chick-fil-A. The best way to get people to accept you is just to become visible. So if there is any lingering, truth to the rumors, let's just be seen. And they have delicious food, so hey, why not, right? Apart from that, let's hope that our topper situation goes well. And yeah, this place has a kid playground, and the kids are having a blast, and it's a lot easier wait for our topper to get on, right? Well, pardon the do-rag. But in this Florida heat is the only way I can keep from getting all the sweat in my eyes.
And keep your hair back.
My hair, that's a different story. Coming up later. So finally we drilled a hole on our fine roof of our RV. I don't know why it's terrifying, but at least I didn't hit any wiring, and that was my biggest thing. I shot the hell out of it with that little stud finder, and thankfully none of this is metal, because the stud finder I found out does not go through metal. 100% luck or skill, whatever you want. I think it's more luck. Yeah, I drilled a hole right through into our little cabinet below. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the plate. That way it allows me, it's a weather plate, it allows me to put the no, it's just somebody drag racing. I was 15 once. So it allows me to put this weather plate on top of the RV and seal it really good. So now I'm going to feed these wires to Brian down there. It's pretty easy. I'm going to go ahead and start my solar panel installation by putting this plate down and see how it goes from there, huh? Well, there's nothing but sunny days in Florida, so here we go to lay down the solar panels and the wires that go to the roof plate that I just installed. Here we go. That was a lot of work done over the last few days, not the least of which was driving all the way to Jacksonville and getting the topper put on. That was an adventure. We visited a lot of places, went to a lot of playgrounds, had a great time, drove home in the rain. We noticed something was off, but you know, unless you know exactly what's going on, are you really going to sit there and wait for the hour that it's going to figure you know, that it's going to take you to figure out exactly what's going on. But we went through some rain, as you saw, and let me tell you, friends, I'm glad we don't play the lottery here, because it would surely be a waste of money. I don't know what kind of luck we earned here, but yeah, the topper was installed improperly. We think that the topper is actually built improperly. Monday they're fixing to contact the installer, and they're calling, you know, they're contacting Leer because the thing doesn't sit properly and it's leaking. With our lifestyle, that's a huge problem. That's where we keep a lot of our, you know, most of our stuff now. So that's a big no-no. No water can be getting in there. And besides, the whole topper looks like it looks like it was slid forward in order for the door to close. Anyway, just another big mess we have to slog through. So for those of you that are trying to get out on the road, trying to take a worldwide trip, just trying to get into one of those big life adventures, don't feel bad if you're just having, it feels like you're running the 100-meter hurdles. 2 steps hurdle, 2 steps hurdle. It's absolutely nuts, and we can't figure out why this keeps happening to us, but whatever. We'll talk to the dealer on Monday and try to figure out what's going on with the topper. It's a pretty thing, that's for sure. So at least, you know, there's a lot of aspects of it that we really like, and we thought we would. So, you know, that brand is one of the best on the market. So hopefully they'll come through for us and give us a product that at least will keep our stuff dry. So the next big news is we finally installed the solar panels. What do you guys think? Not completely finished. I got 4 connectors to go upstairs, and one of the things that we did that is hard to show in the time-lapse video is that we glued the feet of the solar panels with ultra high bond tape. A lot of RVers are saying that that's all they're using. They're just using that tape, which is really kind of a frightening material, I'm telling you. Brian and I were really careful about putting it down once we took the peel off the tape, of putting it down on the roof, because it really doesn't come off. A lot of RVers say that's all they use. They just put it down. They don't want to do any holes through their roof, and that's all they put down, and they drive away with that. We'd love to do that, but for some reason, I don't know, I don't trust the product enough. Maybe I should. We're gonna put small screws. If anything, we think that the ultra high bond tape is going to give it a better weather seal. And then we're gonna put Dicor, which is this product that is made for these type of roofs. All that's left is doing those 4 connectors, hooking up the last panel, and then hooking up the roof plate. And once that's done, that's it. Flip the circuit breaker and watch those watts come in. I tested all the panels, everything works fine. The solar is almost complete. The adventure continues. We're that much closer to hitting the road. We're doing a lot of stuff next inside. There's been a huge mess with the propane tank. It should be here Monday. Like I said, I'm glad we don't play the lottery. So the tank will be here Monday. We have high hopes that that's going to go well. We got to make it work. So when you got to make something work, you got to make it work. I'm sure we'll mention it in our next video. And a lot of stuff inside is going to be showcased in the next video. None of these are home tours. A lot of it, you know, we're saving for when we leave and we're in a nice park and we're kind of chilled a little bit. We're going to do you a really excellent home tour because we're so proud of this thing. So thanks for watching.